All right, welcome to the press conference, Game 6 of the NCAA South Region, number 2 bracket. Game was University of West Florida against Florida Southern College. West Florida winning and advancing to Super Regionals with an 8-3 win. Joined from West Florida right now is head coach Mike Jeffcoat, number 36 Grant Adams, number 13 Brett Rowell. Coach, just opening thoughts.
Yeah, just so proud of this team. Talked to them about, we got more work to do, but also thought it was appropriate to reflect for a minute on where this team's journey has gone. We've gone through a lot of injuries this year and guys coming back here and there. And this guy to my right's really picked us up huge in the rotation, probably 10, 11 starts this year when one of the main three were out. That's why we got him, out of the transfer portal as a grad transfer. And he did outstanding tonight in relief of Cade Manderscheid. Cade hadn't pitched in probably 15 days. I kind of made a gut decision there to get him out of there while we still had the lead. It may have looked like a bad decision. They scored 3, but then Grant picked it up from there, and our offense answered in the next inning. So, just so proud of him. It's a tough thing to win, and we were able to do it on the road with a fine program like Florida Southern and do it at their home park. Couldn't be more proud, and these guys, how they represented the university.
Grant, talk a little bit about, as Coach just mentioned, coming in, give up a couple runs, but then you really locked in. Just talk about what made you kind of get into that mode and be able to hold off the Mocs.
Well, coming in, I wish I would have picked up Cade a little bit better. He had pitched great for us, especially being sick for the last couple weeks. But after that, I gave up the mistakes. The offense really picked me up, and I knew I had to lock it in from there. And the defense played great tonight, right behind me, and man, it was a good win.
Brett, an all-region catcher. Just talk a little bit about the momentum. I said it on the broadcast that it's always fun to kind of see the momentum kind of sway back and forth in a baseball game, to kind of see the fans get involved into it, players get involved into it. So just talk about a little feeling of how you guys were going. The Mocs scored a couple runs, got close, but then that bottom 5th inning really kind of changed the whole outcome of the game.
Yeah, we just stick to our approach. We work on it all year. We know we've got a really good team, and if we just do what we know what we can do, we're going to put together, whether it's that inning or a couple innings later. We know that if we keep getting guys on, get those first 2 guys on, move them over, we're gonna get them in because we know we got the guys to hit them in every time.
I have another question. So, Coach, you're going to be advancing to Super Regionals. Opponent to be determined still with Tampa and Mississippi College playing another game tomorrow. Just talk a little bit about how you're feeling right now, whether potential matchups or just being able to have an extra day rest at this point.
Yeah, and we're going to get on the bus, go back home tomorrow, but I like the fact that we turn around and play again on Thursday. Keeps us in our rhythm. I think Jacob Heath and News should be rested up for those starts, as well as Manderscheid. But I also want to say how great a job Brett Rowell has done for us behind the plate all year long. He's basically caught every game. We've had 1 or 2 backups, but he's been the rock back there for our pitching staff, and then to be able to swing the bat like he's done for us in the middle of the order. And then down the stretch conference tournament, each day it's hot, blocking balls, just so proud of him. He's been a great leader for us. But, I know our team will be ready, but you got to go play good baseball. Just because you played great here doesn't mean it's going to transfer over. We got to get our rest, and we'll see what happens on the winter over there.
Grant, just talk a little bit about the teams, your team, how they've kind of grown over the last few weeks. 2-2 in the GSC tournament, an early exit from what you guys probably intended for, but still making a regional, still playing really hard, and then now escaping to make it to Super Regionals. Just talk about how proud you are of the team and the pitching staff. You mentioned the injuries and little bugs here and there, but everyone kind of being able to stay healthy or stay ready when needed.
I'm extremely proud of this team the last few weeks. As far as the conference tournament, we wanted to win, but I feel like us losing kind of reset our focus on what we needed to do, and we translated out there. And, having everyone back this week was just a huge plus for us. Having Cade back, Dalton starting back, and then he's been doing good all year. So Dorsey, Willis didn't get to throw today or at all this week, but he's good. Stanhope. Man, it's just a good group to be around.
Brad, just talk a little bit as well about we said on the broadcast of an all-South catcher, as Coach already said it, blocking great shots and stuff. Just talk a little bit about your kind of mindset of being able to I mean, I guess your endurance at this point of being able to catch so much and kind of stay in there. So what's feeding you to keep going?
I just want to win. I want to help my team in any way that I can, and I love being in the lineup, and I'll do anything to stay in the lineup. Sick, hurt, whatever you name it, I'll play. I just love being back there, getting to work. You got to be a little crazy to stay back there so much, and I just love it. And I love all the blocks. I love the hard work that comes with it. And if I can help the pitchers do the best they can do, that's all I can do for them.
So University of West Florida winning today's game over Florida Southern 8-3 to advance to Super Regionals. Opponent to be determined. That competition will continue next week. Coach, players, congratulations.
Great,
Thank you.
All right, welcome to the press conference after Game 6 of the NCAA South Region, number 2 bracket. Game was Florida Southern versus West Florida. West Florida winning that one 8-3 to advance to Super Regionals. With me as a host of Moccasins, we got head coach Rick Odette. I'm going to try this one. Grant Thorman. We got Jordan Fox, Ahmad Fitz, Wyatt Clark, Mikey Scott, Jevin Relaford, Jack Duffy, Logan Adams, Chris McKenna, Noah Rabin, David Butts, Austin Kessler, manager Shane Hughes, Sean Riley, Clearly Simpson.
Hey.
Good job.
Wow, thank you. Coach, just opening thoughts about today's game, the tournament as a whole. Keep in mind that we did not have a press conference after that Delta State game. It was a doubleheader for you guys today. Talk a little bit first about that Delta State game.
Yeah, I mean, great win. We did a number of good things. We put ourselves in a situation to try to separate ourselves a little bit, and in our standard fashion, we made it a little bit harder than we needed to probably. But I was super proud of the guys of coming out, and it did make a difference if you were in the last out here today. We were never out of it. We said that yesterday as well, and it was something I was super proud of. So it was great to see them, give them an opportunity to get to the regional finals, and I can't be more proud of them for that.
Talk a little bit about this most recent game against West Florida. They kind of trickled with a couple runs here and there, and then Reek took the lead, and then gave it up right in the bottom of that fifth inning there. So talk a little bit about the kind of back and forth, and then kind of what happened late.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we give up 6 in the 5th. Not what you write up by any means, but it happened. We still kept our approach. I thought offensively, the bullpen held it back together to try to close the gap. We just couldn't do it. And to be honest with you, it stinks. There's no doubt because of course we're not going to win a national championship, but I think the worst part of it is we're not going to be able to see each other every day. And when I say that, that is genuine. It is when I've said that to every person, and including you, Clay, this is maybe the nicest group of guys I've ever coached. They're polite. They do stuff the right way. They want to work. I've had great players. I've had great programs. But this group, from start to finish, when we showed up here, and they showed up here in August, it was bought in day one. And it starts with everybody that's sitting behind me of setting that culture and the standard. And I'm just super proud to coach them.
I'm going to pick on Ahmad right here in front because you've been with the program for a few years. Talk a little about, head coach Rick Odette, some of the guys next to you, some who you've been playing alongside for a few years, and then some new faces just to this new 2025 season.
So I can definitely say that I've been here for 5 years, so I've seen tons of different faces. I've seen guys who work hard, guys who don't work hard. And I can say this is the hardest working group we've had out of the whole time I've been here, whether it was in the weight room, at practice. We were always together off the field. And this was all because OD came in and he set a standard that we all followed. And us as the older guys, Fox, Grant, Sean, Jevin, Mikey, we held them to a standard too. So now we left behind a pretty good layout for the younger guys to come in and keep that standard going. I know a lot of the guys here we're done. We're old now, we gotta find jobs, but we'll still keep in touch, and we set a pretty good standard to make sure this program runs pretty well from here on out.
Grant, someone that came new to the program this season, just talk a little bit about the guys and what kind of drew you to Florida Southern and kind of what you you are going to take away from this 2025 season?
Yeah, being far away and not knowing anyone coming in, it was kind of nerve-wracking for me a little bit. I didn't know a single person, but the fact that these guys took me in, supported me every day, from OD to every guy in this lineup, and let me play the way I played, and then I, help support everyone else too. That's what's so special about this place. I love coming to the park every day. It's everyone here made it really easy for me, and I love every single one of these guys, so I can't say anything else.
There's a lot of you guys. Anyone else want to kind of chime in about their time?
Sure, why not? This was the best time of my life. This was the best year I've played. This is my 6th year of college ball, and this is the most fun I've ever had. The culture of this program is amazing. It's a winning culture, and that's what makes it a lot of fun.
Coach, not everyone in this group is over with their collegiate baseball careers. Talk a little bit about what Mock fans should be looking forward to.
Well, I think that the style of play is going to stay the same. Without any question, the work ethic piece, the buy-in, the pride, that will never change as long as I'm here for sure. I think these guys can tell you, Coach Caldwell, Coach White-Deddick, Coach Guy, Coach Freypart, and that our whole coaching staff, there is a way that we want to play, and there's a way we want to work. I mean, everybody says they want to win, and that was our biggest thing. We talked about playing every day like it was a national championship, and that had nothing to do with game day. That happened to do with, as Imad said, is every day that we walk into the park or we walk into the weight room or we walk into the classroom. And they've done a really good job. So the style will be very similar. We'll run, we'll do all that type of stuff. We've got to add some pieces, of course, and great valuable pieces that we're going to be missing. But we're excited for, I think, what is now going to attract guys that want to come play here. And then these guys can call this place home and be prideful from here on out. And I'm super excited to be part of their next 20, 30, 40 years.
Anyone else from the gallery?
Love these boys, man.
Yeah, super thankful for all of y'all, and if I could go back and change one thing, I wouldn't. Just love all y'all guys.
You guys set the tone this year. It was truly a blessing to be a part of all of it.
All right. Florida Southern College Moccasins in the season 38-16-1, making to the finals of the NCAA Division II South Region number 2 bracket. Guys, congratulations on a great career and a great season.
Thank you.